I'm Andri, this is my husband Rico. Rico is the chef of the household most of the time. Today we are cooking up a lovely Greek dish. I'm going to put it out there and I'm going to be totally honest with you. It's not one of my favourites because its most dominant spice is cumin, which I'm not a fan of, but we'll see if Rico can change my mind today. He will also be reviewing a lovely red, but I'll let Rico tell us all about that. Before we get onto the food and wine, I invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. Whilst you're there, press the bell, which will notify you every time I upload a video. Cheers!
Well, welcome back everybody, and thank you for all your lovely comments again last week. This week we are going to have a Greek wine. We're going to review a Greek wine and have some Greek-Cypriot food to go along with it. The wine itself is called Kalavryta, which basically means Black of Kalavryta. Black of Kalavryta is the grape. It's a very small grape that's only produced commercially by Tetyramythos winery in the Peloponnese region of Greece. It's grown in vines at 400 to 1000 meters altitude on the hill slopes. It's an organic wine. It's got a natural cork, only 12.5% volume, and I read some of the notes on it which suggest we drink this wine slightly chilled. We actually got this wine from the Wine Society. From the Wine Society it costs £10, but I've seen it in other stockists down in England for £14. Okay?
So are you going to chill that wine now?
No, because I've only brought it in from the garage about an hour ago, and the kitchen's not that warm today, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I think it'll be good at that. I think it's just at the right sort of temperature. It's a 2018 and it'll be good up to 2022. The ingredients today are, we've got diced shoulder of lamb, we've got some freshly ground cumin spice, I've got some shallots, a little vegetable stock if I need it, I've got a can of chopped tomatoes, salt and pepper for seasoning, and I've got some gravy browning, which is an addition I like to use in this dish.
Okay, so this is what this is.
Yep.
Okay, and the dish is going to be accompanied
with rice. I'm just going to boil the rice today and put some saffron in it and a little vegetable stock, which I've got in this dish here.
Okay.
This dish, as Andri said, is a Greek-Cypriot dish. It's called Tava or Tavas. Tava in Cyprus just traditionally is what the dish is cooked in. It's a small earthenware dish where they cook lamb with onions. But today we're going to make my take on it, and I've got some additions which I like to put in it, like the tomato and the gravy browning, and it gives it a slightly different dimension.
Rico's just heating up the pan now. We're not using oil. Rico doesn't want to use oil for two reasons. The meat is quite fatty. Secondly, we don't need to use oil with the AMC pots.
I'm going to add the meat.
That's the meat going into the pan now. Just straight in. Peeling off the meat, just adding some salt, no pepper. So it's just left it a couple of minutes, and now adding the cumin. A good stir, making sure the cumin is coating all the meat.
A touch more.
So that's about 3 teaspoons of cumin.
And add a splash of red wine just to help deglaze in the pan.
Which wasn't in your ingredients to begin with,
No.
Rico. But we always say but we always add the ingredients in the description box.
Most people when they cook lamb use white wine in their sauces, but I like to use red, just a preference. Firing all these shallots now. So we're going to fire in this tin of tomatoes.
And my whole kitchen smells of cumin. So this is where the stock comes in. So how do you know how much stock to add?
Just enough to cover it.
Just adding the...
A couple of drops of this gravy browning. Plenty. And this will help the dish thicken as well. It adds another flavour and dimension to it.
Even I have started to Okay, after a good stir, Rico's just going to cover now and leave for about an hour.
Yes, I'm going to just put another sprinkle of cumin over the top, okay?
Okay.
We touch more salt just for the onions, and I'm going to put the lid on. Right.
Is it nice?
I don't really get much from it. Seems very light.
Okay, so ooh, the tavas is looking good, and it has been cooking for about 45 minutes. So now Rico is ready to start the rice. Meanwhile, he has also got some Mediterranean bread ready. Okay, that's the water boiled, and Rico's now adding some salt.
Stock cube.
Just like a quarter of a stock cube, isn't it?
Touch. And the saffron.
Does saffron give it flavour as well as colour?
Yeah, it's got that distinct flavour. You can smell it as soon as it starts. Once that starts infusing in the water, you'll smell it right away. Do you not smell it already?
To be honest, I'm so used to your rice that for me that's what rice smells like. So I don't know if it's the saffron that I can smell.
Got a wee swirl round in there. And let's add the rice.
So the rice has obviously been washed well, most of the starch taken out. And then you just let it do its thing.
Correct.
Are you going to cover the rice or just leave it?
Just leave it.
Just leave it, okay. Okay, rice is ready. Tavas is ready.
Let's plate.
That looks good, Rico.
I hope you enjoy it. Because
I will.
I know it's not one of your favourite flavours. But maybe you'll be converted like you were with tzatziki. There you are.
There we go. Looks absolutely delicious.
Shall we pour the wine?
Please do.
Okay.
Oh, that sound.
Set a very light colour. sherry on the nose anyway. It's different, very palatable. It is a light wine.
It looks very light.
It is very light. It's the sort of colour and everything about it. It's almost like a Beaujolais Nouveau, a very fresh wine. But obviously this one can age. With a Beaujolais Nouveau you drink right away. I wouldn't buy it again, I don't think. Okay. Maybe better chilled a bit more, I would think. I think it might be better that way. Almost like a rosé.
Okay, I'm very intrigued to taste the wine now. So I'm going to taste the wine. I actually want to taste the wine because I could see you were quite disappointed with it. I know disappointed is quite a strong word, but you weren't very impressed with it. So I'm going to taste just to see. So it's almost like a Ribena colour. It's got like a bitterness. Did you get bitterness from it?
Yeah, but that's the almond. Sort of like an almond.
Right, okay.
There was a mention of being the vines growing amongst olive and almond groves.
It's quite wishy-washy.
Yes, it is very
quite
light.
Wishy-washy. Right, let me taste your Tavas, Rico. So even though Rico used to make this in the restaurant, I didn't taste it because I'm not a fan of cumin, so it's not a dish I would naturally go for. So today Rico wanted to make it, so I'm going to taste. The lamb is very, very tender. A lovely piece of meat.
It's Scottish spring lamb.
Scottish spring, okay. It's actually, Rico, and I'm not just saying that, it's absolutely, oh my goodness, it melts in your mouth. It's delicious. The cumin is not overpowering it at all. Honestly, I'd be happy to have that again. Dip a bit of bread in the sauce.
But I think also I put a lot of shallots in it, and the sweetness of the shallots take away any bitterness that might come out of the cumin. I think that's what gives it the right balance.
It's absolutely delicious.
Cheers!
Thank you very much for watching. If you would like to see more videos, I will link one here, and if you're not already subscribed, just press the A right here. Bye!
Bye!